Hey everyone, happy Monday morning. I am Carol Williams with Williams Immigration, and we are here for another Monday morning edition of Beyond the Soundbite, where we talk about all things U.S. immigration, things that have happened generally in the week prior, but sometimes we, as you know, go a little bit further back if an issue is still pending, and I think it's a good thing for y'all to know about. So, you know me, I like to dive right in. The first thing I want to talk to you about this morning is that USCIS has released the dates for the H-1B lottery. And these are the dates by which you can enter a prospective employee into the lottery for the H-1B lottery. And those dates and the opening times are March 1st at noon Eastern Standard Time through March 17th, also at noon Eastern Standard Time. So if you are looking to enter a prospective employee into the H-1B lottery, the dates by which you may do so are March 1st, beginning at noon Eastern Standard Time and ending March 17th, also noon Eastern Standard Time. Please remember, before you can register someone, you must have a MyUSCIS account. So if you don't already have that, go ahead and do that prior to the opening of the lottery. And I would recommend, you don't have to listen, but I would recommend that you do not wait until March 17th to enter. Computer glitches happen. We all know that. So just to be on the safe side, I would recommend that you not wait until March 17th. And again, this lottery, the entry into the lottery happens one time during the year. It is this time in March. The lottery may run more than once. We don't know that, but you can only enter one time. So again, the lottery dates for this year are March 1st at noon Eastern Standard Time and ending March 17th at noon, also Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you also establish your MyUSCIS account, because that is how you enter the lottery. The second thing I have for everyone is really good news. The premium processing expansion with USCIS continues. The floodgates have opened now fully for all previously filed and any newly filed multinational manager and executive green cards, as well as national interest waiver green cards. So if you have a green card pending in either one of those categories, again, multinational manager or executive or national interest waiver, they are now eligible for premium processing. They are eligible as of today. So please keep in mind the processing time is a little bit different on these. The processing time for these premium processing is 45 days. It is not the 15 calendar days that we are used to with other categories. It is 45 days. So keep that in mind. But again, new and currently pending multinational manager and executive, as well as national interest waiver green cards. Those I-140 applications are now eligible for premium processing. So like I said, the floodgates just opened. We're fairly excited about that. As we know, as I've been talking about premium processing, they are rolling it in slowly but surely. So what we can look forward to in March is premium processing opening up for students who have pending STEM, OPT, and regular OPT applications. We will certainly give you more information on that when it becomes available. And we're also looking forward to April of this year, USCIS expanding the premium processing for F1 OPT and STEM OPT for those initial applications. So we will definitely keep an eye out for that and let you know when those dates have been released, so that if you have a pending application come March, we can get you upgraded by using premium processing. The next thing on my list of things to talk to you about this morning is a new humanitarian parole program. It is specifically for and only for individuals from Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela, and Cuba. While humanitarian parole programs are not new, they are not new at all, there is a specific program that has been stood up by the Biden administration. This program, the purpose behind it is to provide some sort of relief for the surge of individuals coming up through the southern border of the US. So this program requires that there be a supporter in the United States who will support the individual and their immediate family members, spouse, and children under 21. Will support them while they are in the United States. So support in terms of room, board, food, all of that in terms of the finances. The individuals will also be eligible for work authorization. So that's an application they'll file once they get to the United States. It is a discretionary program. So both the supporter and the individuals coming from overseas will need to undergo very comprehensive background checks and security vetting. So if you have any questions on that, you certainly are welcome to reach out to our office at 954-903-1337. The other thing I wanted to talk about this morning involves green cards. So typically what happens is if you have a 2-year green card, you must remove the conditions on your green card. But at some point, your green card, your physical green card expires. Because of the tremendous backlogs with the Immigration Service and processing green card applications, they have now decided that once you file your application to remove your conditions, and it's done on a form I-751, so you may hear that term, your green card is now automatically extended. That validity is automatically extended for 48 months. That is just because of the massive backlogs that we are currently experiencing with immigration and their processing of cases. So that is a very good news. That helps people continue to be able to extend their driver's licenses, not be hassled at work. So that is a great thing. And if you are an employer and you have questions about that, you're not quite sure what that means, feel free to reach out again at 954-903-1337. And I have some really great news. I know I feel like I have a lot of good news this morning for you guys, but I have some great news this morning for H4 and L2 dependents. So what we've been seeing for a little while now are when the principal application is filed, the H-1B and the L-1A, and there are dependents who are also filing H-4s and L-2, the dependent applications are being processed separately from the principal's applications. And there is a significant lag time between when the principal's application is adjudicated and finished with processing, determining, based upon when the dependent's application is filed. So there's sometimes a huge lag time, and that just prevents issues when people are trying to travel, when they're trying to make plans. So that has become an issue. So based on litigation, because the Immigration Service had to be taken to court to get this resolved, based upon litigation, USCIS has now agreed to basically bundle those applications together if they are filed together. So if you're filing an H-1B and an H-4 together, they should now be adjudicated together. And again, if you're filing an L-1A and an L-2 together, those should also be adjudicated together as opposed to them being separated and processed at different times. So I personally am super excited to see that. I think that will cut down on a lot of the angst that clients have been feeling and experiencing. The last thing I wanted to talk about this morning is since March of 2020, USCIS has afforded us additional time to respond to various notices like a request for additional evidence, a notice of intent to deny, and a notice of intent to revoke, among other notices that they send out that require a response from us after we make an initial filing. They have given us this extra time because of the pandemic, because it is simply taking longer to get documents, whether those documents are here in the United States or they are somewhere overseas. So the Immigration Service has extended what they've called the COVID flexibilities, and those have now been extended until March 23rd, 2023. So if you have a notice that is from March 20th all the way up to March 2020, up to March 23rd, 2023, you will have extra time to submit that response to the Immigration Service. But again, as always, if you can certainly get the response in prior to that extended deadline, we obviously want to do that. Hopefully you'll get them to adjudicate things a little bit quicker. That is all I have this beautiful Monday morning for Beyond the Soundbite. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to pop those into the comments, or you can call the office at 954-903-1337. Feel free to comment and share this broadcast if it is helpful for you, or you think that it will be helpful for someone else. And have a wonderful Monday morning and a great rest of your